Okay, so in this video, I just want to talk about which campaign type you should start with in Google Ads. Now, Google Ads is a large platform with different campaign types. If you look in my account, I've got search, I've got display, I've even had video and app running at different points, and they all have their different purposes and they all allow you to do different things and target different people and so on and so forth. Now, to make it easy, I'll sort of like I'm creating a new campaign and then I'll show you the campaign type. So there we go. Let me go create a campaign without a goals guidance. And then we can see the nine or so different campaign types in there. Now, which one should you go with, when you are sort of getting started and so forth? Um, what I would say is most advertisers run search campaigns. Search is what appears on Google as people are searching for products and services and so forth. That's the primary campaign type. It's what Google really is mostly about. I would say when you're starting, definitely have a search campaign because that's going to help you to see people who are looking for your products, services, and so forth. And then you can roll out to the others. In fact, that's what many advertisers do. However, there are some advertisers who, in a way, they maybe they're a musician or something, and search is not really the ideal thing. That's a very different type of person advertising on Google from the normal. The usual tends to be businesses, small businesses, even large businesses advertising on Google, promoting products and services. But say you're a musician and you've got your videos there on YouTube and so forth, straight into video, and that's probably one that you could start with, and that's fine, and see how it performs for you. And then recently Google has rolled out Performance Max. Now what this one does is it places your ads across all of Google, almost all of Google's inventory, display, video, and all these different platforms, and manages it for you. What I don't really like about that is because it's good and it works, but many times you tend to find you have no real say where your ads come up and so forth on what inventory, and you can't block and change things yourself because the system is the one making those decisions. So that's something to be aware of. But start with the search and then test out Performance Max. Or go with display if you want to raise awareness, shopping if you've got products that you want to promote. Now, let me talk about shopping briefly because many e commerce sites start with shopping, and that's a good idea. Shopping is similar to search because you're targeting people who are searching. And if people see images, titles, descriptions, they're more likely to click and convert than they would normally with search. So shopping really is great for e-commerce sites and tends to be less competitive, and average cost per click tends to be much lower than you get with search. So for e-commerce, yes, shopping is good, but when you combine search and shopping, you really have power because you're targeting people in different ways, and those can come up. One of the good things about shopping is that your ads, your products can come up multiple times and as many as possible for one search. Whereas with search, only one text ad of yours can appear for each search. So those are some of the differences. And I talked about video. If you've got an app, for example, you can set up an app campaign only. Or what you could do is you could set up a search campaign and then use an app extension, which is another thing that you could do and works well as well. But if you really wanted to maximize and so forth your app promotion, get installs and engagement, I would say go for an app. Smart campaign is one a lot of businesses start with, especially those who are less experienced in Google Ads, and then it makes most of the decisions for you, but very hard to scale. If you're really looking to scale and improve things, search is what you need because you get all the features in there. Local is if you want to increase, traffic to your business, your local business, foot traffic to your physical shop, test out a local campaign. However, you can do many of the things you can do with this, you can do with search and so forth. And that's what I recommend. Then you've got discovery. To me, it's an alright campaign type, but I strongly believe Google is going to get rid of this one because I've tested it. It hasn't worked well many times, and it automates a lot of things. And your ads appear on YouTube, Gmail, and Discover. But from experience, it hasn't really performed well, and I'm hearing that from a lot of other advertisers. It works for some, and that's okay, but not the great. So if you're starting, as mentioned, start with search and then roll out the others, and then see how they perform for you. In time, your account is going to grow. You're going to get more campaigns. You're going to get more traffic, and hopefully, they should all work intensely for you based on your goals.